Someone took her life. She did not fall. Someone should be held accountable.
If I had more indications that Trey was struck by a vehicle, we would find that person. Hunt them down.
This week marks 1 year since Treysuhr Carter died. Following severe injuries, Austin police initially said happened after accidentally falling off her push scooter just blocks from home. During our investigation, we revealed possible missteps by the police, including the failure to seize key evidence at the scene, like the 14-year-old's scooter, last seen in body camera video we obtained from that night. We shared our findings with several forensic experts who all said the case was consistent with a hit and run. The Travis County Medical Examiner also amended its autopsy report because of the evidence and information we collected, saying Carter's death most likely involved a motor vehicle than a scooter fall. Based on that change, APD reopened Treysuhr's case, but citing the now ongoing investigation, police say they're unable to comment further on any progress. For the family, that only adds to frustration that started just days after Treysuhr died. It's what you see and hear in newly released body camera footage early on when the original detective visits Carter's home, pushing a narrative that seemed to shape the closure of this case since its beginning.
You watched the video, you pretty much kind of heard the response when I asked the questions. It was like, hey, we're doing our job. We've been doing this for a while.
In recent days, Tanisha Plummer sat for an interview with our team in her mother's living room, the same spot where she spoke with Austin police detectives a year ago about her little sister dying.
So I'm a vehicular homicide detective. What my unit does is we investigate fatality collisions. I'm very sorry to hear about Treysuhr's passing. I want you guys to know that we're here and we take this all very seriously, especially my unit. This is my passion.
Police closed Treysuhr Carter's case as an accidental death just weeks after these moments. They said that decision stemmed from the medical examiner's findings, though the ME's office has since told us its ruling was based on the information it had at the time. It reevaluated the case after we shared medical opinions, body camera footage from the scene, and other key evidence unavailable when the examination was conducted.
Usually when people are struck by vehicles, even at slow speed, there's a lot of injury that's sustained. There's a lot of bruising that happens. There's other injuries. It's never localized just to one spot on the body.
But they said that there was road rash on her back, from here down.
Beyond minor road rash, the lead detective wrote in the police report, Treysuhr didn't appear to have other trauma. He later added there was no debris from a crash, no skid marks, no blood. But medical records note a traumatic brain injury with brain bleeding, a broken and dislocated neck, a shattered shin bone, and lacerations of her kidneys, liver, and spleen. Traumatic details her sister and other family members have never let go.
I've been here at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just talked to her.
What caused all the other internal damages?
Usually when people are struck by a vehicle, there's a lot more legs and hips and ribs and spinal columns and skull fractures, especially skull fractures.
I don't know if she got hit or if she just fell.
What if she just got dumped?
This is what she was.
Okay, so where was she found?
She was found right here.
What's that?
There's a scooter right here.
If you fall, you're going to be close to the scooter, so was she found close to the scooter?
I think that's probably hers too, because that looks very new.
The police report shows the distance between objects at the scene. Treysuhr's shoes, scooter, and her body were spread 70 to 90 feet apart. Still, the lead detective maintained the idea there was no collision, but likely an accidental fall.
I have 3 kids, so I know what it's like. I don't know what it's like to lose a child, but I know how much you love your kids and how much you want answers. And so I kind of wanted to come give you guys some of those answers. I had assumed as a parent, I had thought it would be better for me to know that maybe my child was hurt in an accident rather than assuming that someone ran over my child and just left them there, if that makes sense. That's why I wanted to come give you guys this information, because I think it's a tragic accident. That's what everything is indicating.
This is your job. You say you have kids. You should treat the situation like it's your child. And if it was your child, you would not want someone to just satisfy you with an answer. You would want them to full force go and find those answers. And that is not what we have received, not then and not now.
So y'all are basically here to tell us that y'all are going to try to rule this as an accident.
Well, no, I'm not closing anything right now.
They kind of came in with their minds already made up on the decision for her investigation. So it was kind of frustrating to deal with that because that's basically what we were told right off the beginning, that it was an accident.
You have to give us a better explanation because I'm getting agitated right now because you basically telling me you here to rule it out as an accident. That was not an accident, and we need to see every piece of proof that says that that is an accident.
Scooter was here. Her body was back by the fire truck.
But vital proof went missing, like Treysuhr's scooter, never recovered from the scene.
Even if you felt it was a scooter accident, you left the scooter. Why?
So the scooter probably should have been taken?
It was 43. We're going to treat it like a crash.
Despite this admission, it was clear the detective was skeptical a vehicle was involved. During the initial scene investigation, he noted a lack of evidence and any viable leads in the police report.
Just title it, fail to stop and render aid for now.
Still, he instructed officers to title it a failure to stop and render aid, the charge for a hit-and-run incident.
Usually when someone is struck by a vehicle, there's a lot of physical evidence. People sustain a lot more injuries. I said, this seems consistent to me with more of a scooter fall. I said, I don't know that she was struck by a vehicle. It doesn't appear that way. But I said, just to cover our bases, let's make sure we investigate it like it is.
This is one of the first flyers I put up while Treysuhr was still in the hospital.
With the hit-and-run label, the family assumed police were investigating a crime. So it was confusing when the detective suggested Treysuhr accidentally fell from her scooter.
I'm an accident reconstructionist. I've gone through a lot of training and a lot of things, and when we respond to scenes and we kind of put together things and figure out the evidence and what happened.
The questions that I was asking were not valid, that they were seasoned detectives, they knew what they were doing, and kind of that they were offended with the questions.
Police said no one at APD was disciplined for failing to collect evidence.
I won't stop until it's over. I don't care what it takes. I'll be here.
While the case has since reopened, Treysuhr's family fears any chance for accountability may be lost.
And I'm gonna see this to the end.
Along with catching a driver they believe is responsible.
The grieving process, even a year later, hasn't started for my mom. It hasn't started for my family, you know?
You're still waiting for answers.
We're still waiting, and we're not gonna stop until we get them, you know what I mean? Because that's what Treysuhr would want.
As we previously mentioned, the detective speaking in that body camera footage, who was once in charge of the case, resigned just a few days after we first started asking questions to APD about discrepancies in the investigation. APD says his resignation was unrelated. We've reached out to him directly for comment, but have not heard back. You can see the evidence we've uncovered by watching our original report in the investigative section of KXAN.com. Josh Hinkle, KXAN Investigates.